new day is dawning in Fiji. One where all Fijians are casting their votes for the future of our country. Why are you registering?
To help Fiji grow.
Because this is our home.
For my child's future.
For every Fijian's success.
Because I count.
Starting July 3rd, every Fijian who is 18 years and older can register to vote.
It's my right as Fijian.
Voter registration starts July 3rd.
For the first time, Fiji will electronically register all Fijians to vote for the 2014 elections. But how important is voter registration and the need to register electronically? Having a say on important issues that affect you is a basic right. You may be having second thoughts about registering for the 2014 elections. But everything from constructing bridges, receiving quality education, having access to clean drinking water, improved health services, right through to how issues such as climate change and sea level rise affect your very own communities are important concerns to all of us.
Oh, that's a Fiji, and that's we are Fijians, and we have to vote. We want a government to be run here, democracy. That's why we just want to vote.
I have to. Meu vending takam red no vanua. Beta wa suzungai ke au tungai ke no gungele ni tamangu kito wa suzungai vit.
It's good, and it's right for all community. Good for our future, and good. I need good government. We all need good government.
For the first time, everyone will have a voice. One person, one vote, one value.
This is basically the first step to taking part in the upcoming general elections. Without registration, you cannot vote at the elections. Everybody's beginning to get hyped up about the upcoming elections, so this is the first step.
One of the cornerstones of holding democratic elections is ensuring that voters are given every opportunity to determine who they want in government. But that wasn't the case in the 2006 elections, which highlighted a number of flaws, including the electoral roll, as well as errors in the processing of those listed to vote.
20,000 mistakes in the electoral roll, 9.7% of the votes were invalid, enumerators in management they're hired, the capability of those people was all misplaced, number of flaws. Now we're here to essentially ensure that those flaws do not occur, because that leads to the integrity and credibility of the electoral process.
I want to be part of the 2014 election, and I also want to be an elected government so that it can help my community in terms of poverty, road construction, and that's all.
For me as a Fiji resident, it's very important for me to vote and have a say in this, because what will happen now is one vote from me would actually may change everything, and may will elect a new government that will actually help into looking after the betterment of Fiji and the people and the nation as well.
No matter how far you have to travel, no matter how you sign your name, or what language you speak.
I'm registering because I'm Fijian.
From today, we are all Fijian.
Because I'm Fijian.
Because I'm Fijian.
Because I'm Fijian.
Because I'm Fijian.
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 Voter registration begins July 3rd.
It's important for me to vote is
select a new government, and this government is good too. But if we want any changes, government can further move for that.
Kebaga indona mata ni tu e binagati mendingitaki mebeluta kena liuta kena bonoviti sina mata ni tu oviti e unanuma oirera belutaki me tu veira na loloma ndina era me lomaniki na mata kebenga nondangarabi kala beti da kana ba tangene ni mula menda ya ba indona ba tangene de binagata e binakati menda ya ba me rawaki na dabu ikalawa nito sukidu sakambimbinga na kena raidi na tamata me priority na tamata kena no na mula pa to da taki ya na mula una numa ni kambimbi sara ina belutak na kena vedere ni mula tamata kena lomani no la beti da pato to bat me do ba me rawani adogina tigo sautu tigo belmani kena tigo ni mula to da baleti.
This is a fundamental part of the constitutional formulation process that cannot be and must not be compromised.
This is the first time that we're doing it electronically. What this is going to do is that it's going to make the job of the elections office easier by being able to update electoral rolls as they're mandated to do under the law. What we used to do before is that for each election, we send out enumerators to register people again and again. This time, you're getting registered now. From now on, it's just an electronic update on the database that will be created. We are now collecting data as and when registrations come in, and we've installed a server up at Elections Office to facilitate the ongoing sustainability of the database.
To ensure that the 2014 electoral process remains transparent, the Attorney General's Office does not want to see a repeat of the 2006 poll mistakes, and carefully selected highly respected Canadian-based firm Code Incorporated to conduct electronic voter registration to ensure that all Fijians are properly registered to vote.
The last elections, you had a voter turnout of 101% in one of the constituencies. There are a number of flaws with the electoral process, and many political parties, in fact, had highlighted that. So this is a apolitical issue.
We try to supervise the training of the clerks also. Of course, statistically spoken, you have always people in such a big quantity of clerks. You have over 1,000 clerks that are everywhere, that perhaps can make some mistakes, but we have a very good, let's say, backup policy so that we are not losing data or something like that.
And for the first time in Fiji's history, all of these voters will have an ID card with biometrics in it. So it is going to minimize, if not completely eliminate, fraud.
At the end of the 8-week registration period, the data is then put through a matching process, which is basically a computer picking out the suspicious files or maybe duplicates or damaged files. And then what happens is that there's then an adjudication process where the elections office will summon people who are appearing twice or 3 times. In some instances, in the case of the Gambia, where the Code Incorporated company which developed this software, they showed us pictures of one person who registered himself 8 times. And with a human eye looking at those pictures, they really are different people. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But the computer was able to peek on the biometrics and tell us that this is the same person. Anyway, the adjudication process is then a determination is made whether certain files are to be deleted or kept.
The elections office has a very good plan to put them there by boat. Some of the islands, they can be done in 1 day or half a day if there's so many people. because one kid can easily do more than 150 or even an extended day to 200 people per day. So we have 350 kits deployed, and a little calculation can give you that if everybody would do, let's say, only 100 per day, that means that we have 35,000 per day. So in 10 days we have 350. In 20 days we have already more than the population that should be. No.
This has provided the basis for government in ensuring that all Fijians are provided with the right material on a timely basis.
I'm ready to vote. I will register and I'm ready to vote.
I'm pretty pleased. It went nice and smooth and easy, and so pretty amped up for the elections to come now. And I guess this works, so that's great. I got an ID to show for and go home with. So, yep. Now I'll have to keep this safe so I could exercise my right during the 2014 elections, and just eager to wait for it.
Fiji already has a reputation of teamwork and unity on the field. Now it's time to bring it home.
It's time for all Fijians to get in the game.
Because we stand side by side as one united team.
As of July 3rd, every Fijian 18 and over should register to vote.
Hey, I've never stood on the sidelines.
Me too.
No matter why you're voting, be sure to register, starting July 3rd.
If you don't register, chances are your concerns may never be heard, and you will never change anything.
It's been very encouraging, the number of people that have been coming to register themselves. We've done our deployment in 3 stages. We're basically onto our second phase now, and the numbers have been very encouraging. You may notice from the voter registration centers that have been advertised, we haven't really gone into the rural and maritime zones as yet. Focusing right now on the urban centers.
पुराना सिस्टम में वो चीज़ डिफरेंट लगा कि लोग घर घर पे आते हैं, फिर जाओ लंबा क्यू में खड़ा है एक बड़ा तरह, और ELA में तो है तुम अपन जब काटे एनी टाइम सबको चला जाओ.
Exercise my right as a citizen.
No, this is a really good method, and it is really good that this change has taken place.
Na dango vase madranandi au davutu mai na koro sawene.
Because I'm a citizen of Fiji, and this is the first time for me to register and vote.
This is my first time registered, and I'm looking forward to take my first vote.
So we want to also focus on the young, on the youth, because there are people who are, for example, as we speak, are 16 in 2014, they'll be 18, they'll be eligible to vote. So our focus is to ensure that we register as many people as possible in the first round. It does have implications in terms of the way that we move the electoral process going forward.
These principles and values are universally recognized and inspired to. Therefore, these principles and values are non-negotiable. They are a common and equal citizenry, a secular state, the removal of systemic corruption, an independent judiciary, elimination of discrimination, good and transparent governance, social justice, the elimination of ethnic voting, proportional representation, and a voting age of 18.
Have you registered? If you haven't, don't miss this opportunity to have your voice heard. Register now.
Bilang ngono ko ni totolo, era ro tala sini pakai limen da duara kan da ring balang tunggo ndalak ngai ni da minik tinginga ndalak sa.
It was very good. I think the people have got the message across. We need to register in order to vote.